Sorry about that. I had to start that over. Hey, if you're viewing this, if you're seeing this, give me a like. What's up, Noah? What's up, Noah? Hey, give me a like. Give me a like and definitely share this video to all the groups. What's up, John? What's up, Angela? Alright, there's my likes. Okay, so I know everybody can hear this. What's up, John? Everybody, I know everybody can hear this. Hey, everybody knows if you follow my mission, if you follow the Mission 12 page, I am pretty much becoming famous for live videos. Literally, I've had people message me and tell me that they watch my content, they watch the page, and I'm unique. I do a lot of live videos. I guess I've become Facebook famous rather than YouTube famous. But anyway, morning, John. Anyway, I'm doing this. I should be at church right now, honestly, but my wife took the car seat because she had to work at 5. She didn't leave the car seat, so I'm not going to leave my little guy hanging at home. So I'm going to the gas station right now. My dad and them are keeping him for me. But anyway, I joined the Airsoft community, officially joined the Airsoft community earlier this year. I took a lot of heat. I took a lot of criticism because I didn't know a lot about Airsoft. I mean, I knew about Airsoft. I knew of it as back when I was younger, called BB gun wars, where you hid the guns when the cops got called. I played it back in 2008 with my 2 oldest boys. Back before I knew Airsoft was a thing, I bought 3 guns off of a shelf at a local sports club store or whatever. Maybe Dick's or Dunham's, I don't know. But you didn't take the batteries out of them. You didn't take the batteries out of them. You plugged them up. They charged. I think you opened the top and poured BBs in them. You didn't take the magazines out of them. We didn't wear eye protection. I didn't think about it. Of course, I'd play BB gun wars, when I was younger. We didn't wear eye protection during BB gun wars. So, Airsoft to me wasn't a thing back then. It was just something that was, it's plastic BBs. It's less dangerous than lead BBs. So anyway, I got hit in the head, like right between the eyes. My son popped me between the eyes, and at that point I realized that, BBs, regardless of plastic or lead, were dangerous. So we quit playing Airsoft. Had I continued to educate myself with Airsoft, and had I continued to play Airsoft, I would like to think that I would be more proficient at it now, with terminology and knowledge of guns, knowledge of equipment, and everything like that. And I do know stuff. I'm a retailer. I know a lot about G&G. I know a lot about PTS, Syndicate. I know a lot about Enola Gay. I know a lot about Airsoft Station. I know Ninja Paintball. I'm not proficient with everybody yet. As far as when somebody emails me or messages me about a specific gun, I'll have to do some legwork and some education on myself. But hey, education is key, and that is the only way you are going to get better at anything that you do. Now, since joining the Airsoft community, there is one thing that I have picked up on rather quickly, and that is a lack of unity within the Indiana Airsoft community. And I'm talking straight up a lack of it. And it's weird because I dabble with different states. I talk with different states, and I mean, I know there's some states that have the lack of unity, and I know there's other states that are like on a united front. And I know one of the things that I've become popular about is in every video I shout out everybody. I don't just shout. And if you'd actually look at it, I didn't even tag Mission 12 Tactical Tag in this video because it's not about me, and this video isn't about me. Obviously, yeah, I got my marketing promotional headgear, but I like swag. I like hats. I like beanies. I don't do the patches. I need to get some patches, but I don't do the patches. I'm a hat guy. But anyway, basically this video yesterday, we had 3 field owners on one field. I'm not going to say it's never happened. It's not happened since I've been a part of the airsoft community. We had 3 owners on one field in January. And patches and banners. All right, I'll work on that, Noah. What's up, Matt? We had 3 owners on a field in January. And from what I seen, with 55 plus players in January, and it started snowing, and everybody had fun. There were giveaways. I couldn't stay, and I wish that I could have, but I couldn't stay, and it's because Little Man, the littlest, biggest CEO in the history of airsoft, he was sick. I had him, but I went. I went because I wanted to stand on a united front. I wanted to show unity within the community. I drove literally 35 to 45 minutes from my location, stopped by my field, picked up some stuff in case it was needed, and I drove to HTK Airsoft yesterday. And I hung out, I shook hands, I talked to people, took pictures, got a picture taken with me, Harris and Harris of HTK, and Creekside, Sean, and most of Sean's crew. And the reason is because it wasn't about me playing yesterday. It wasn't about me playing. It was about me showing up and me showing support to a local field and showing support to a field that's almost 2, maybe 3 hours from me up in northwestern Indiana, which is Creekside. But it's basically, man, it starts out with us, you know. The players support the fields. The players support the retailers. But if the retailers, the fields, and the event coordinators can't get on a united front to better the airsoft community in Indiana, man, we are lacking. We are lacking. And this may not be a popular video amongst airsoft. It may not be a popular video amongst the owners of fields and retailers in Indiana. But you know what? Truth. It's truth. You know, and I've not been in airsoft that long. I've not been involved in the community that long. But there's one guy that gave me a bunch of crap when I first started. And, you know, he's what he calls himself the old hater guy, the old grumpy guy. And, you know, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would be as intensified as I am, because he told me at one point in time to give back more than I take. To give back more than I take. And I like to think that I have. I like to think that I've become a very, very pro airsofter. I like to think I've become a very pro airsoft community guy. I've had people reach out to me from Ohio. I've become friends with field owners in Delaware. I've become friends with owners in different states. I'm trying to work with I think it's Chris Grog up in Butler, Indiana, because they got a field up there. They got a nice field up there, and it needs some love and care. And they haven't been able to play on it this last year because they were slim on a skeleton crew when it come to working on their field. So I told him, I said, get with me, plan a date, get with me. I'll see who I can bring up from here to Butler, Indiana, to get this field going, man, because that's what it's about. It's about everybody coming together. It's about everybody showing unity. It's about, you know, showing love and support. And if you love the sport, like, okay, there's an op coming up in Sherwood Forest. I think it's in April. In June. There's an operation coming up an op coming up at HTK Airsoft in April. You know, I'm talking with Birds of Prey to do some stuff and collaborating with them. How far of a drive in Butler, Noah? Is that what you're talking about? But if you're talking about Butler, Indiana, I'm not sure. I'd actually have to map it. I know the address to the location of the field, and I don't care to. I'll try to tag it. Or if Chris or if anybody from the Butler, Indiana group sees this video before I get a chance to, tag it in the comments, man, where your field is, and let's get that shit popping. You know, let's get some people up there to help clean this field up and get this field going, because that's what it's about. And okay, you got Boneyard Airsoft in Bloomington. They're pretty widely known. They do events, I think, once or twice a month. They're a donation field. You got Creekside Airsoft up in Stylesville, Indiana, widely known. They do games every Sunday. Every Sunday. They're a donation-only field. And these fields, in my opinion, you got James Teagan. I think I said his name right. Teague. He's a free field up in Bloomington. I don't even think he works off donations, people. I don't even think he works off donations. I just think he's a free field. And he plays. He doesn't do events every week. Noah from Jasper. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Angela. James doesn't even work off donations, man. All the work that he puts into his field is straight up him putting work into his field. And I know the dude. And the dude has a business that he just started where he's a home inspector. Plus he works as a volunteer fireman. So this dude's putting in work behind the scenes for a field just for his son, because his son loves to play. And that's what Creekside Airsoft, I think, started out, is Sean's son Brecken. He loves to play. And so they started building a field. They had the property, they started building a field, and it's one of these things like me. I came on the scene, and luckily I fell into 23 acres. I've got a retail location that we're building, and we're trying to get the word out there. But the thing is all these commercial, and I don't want to say all of the commercial fields, but people throw shade, man. People throw shade on the free fields because they feel that, oh, well, you're taking my customers, you're taking it. Man, come on. Okay, come on. Let's look at Major League Baseball. Let's look at Major League Baseball. Every Major League team has what they call a farm team. Okay, it's a farm team. What that farm team is they go around and they recruit new players. They scout new players, okay? They scout them, and then they bring them into their farm league, okay? And then those farm leagues develop those players for when the majors call these players up. Now let's just look at this from a real perspective. There are a lot of people out there that want to play airsoft. There are a lot of people out there that have contemplated playing airsoft. Boom, boom, right here. For years, I had thought about playing paintball. For years, taking my sons to play paintball. And I never did. Because I didn't know, first off, of any local paintball fields local to me. And the only paintball field I knew, I passed every time I drove to and from Indianapolis, which is Indy Battlegrounds. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, that field looks off the hook, and I always wanted to play, but they only have hours at certain times, and I was never up there during the times that they had hours, or that they were open. So I never jumped that threshold. I never jumped it. Now, had I had a field local to me that was free, that I knew about, that had equipment that I could test out and try, maybe I would have jumped into paintball with my two boys. But I didn't know of it because there was no information about that stuff. Now I'm into airsoft, and I have people contact me all the time. I've never played. I've played, but I've played in the backyard. I don't know what it's like. I'm intimidated to come to a field. Okay, this is where these free fields come into play. Okay, this is where the Creekside Airsoft, this is where Boneyard Airsoft, this is where Joker's Asylum or Joker's Circus up in Bloomington, this is where James's field comes into play. All these free fields come into play because they give individuals or players or recruits, so to speak, they give those individuals the opportunity to try airsoft without the commitment of paying a field fee or buying or renting equipment right away. I talked to Big Ugly. Okay, Me and him talked yesterday. Clifton Jones. I talked to him yesterday, and he was sitting here telling me how he's handed kids his $300 gun because they didn't have a gun and they wanted to play. And he's handed kids his $300 guns. And parents have looked at him and said, whoa. Why you going to give these kids your expensive guns? And he's like, yeah, because if I don't, they don't get to play and they don't have fun. And that's what it's about. It's about getting these kids into airsoft, getting these young adults into airsoft. I've got a primary mask and a secondary mask, and I've got a primary set of goggles. I have literally given individuals my secondary mask and my goggles so they can go play. I've literally given a kid my $380 SR30 G&G Knights Armament gun to go play. Okay? Because it's if I can get him to play and he can like it and he likes it, then that means that's another player that's going to come back and play again and love the sport and eventually dive in to buying their own equipment. Now, we have rentals and people come out and they rent our gear and everything like that. Now, that's awesome, but eventually that player that keeps renting that gun every week is going to want to jump into buying a gun and buying equipment. And with that kid comes probably 4 or 5 other kids that have heard about this experience and they want to play. Now, here's the thing. You had 55 plus players at HTK yesterday. There were numerous giveaways. Somebody got a Glock, shirts, all kinds of stuff were given away yesterday. Why? Because 3 different field owners promoted the event and we just, the weekend before that, I had 38 players at my field the weekend before that. During my safety briefing, I gave a shout out and I gave a plug to HTK Airsoft's game. You know, I plugged their game, and at the end of the day, I had HTK get up and plug their game, and we drove everybody to their field. Everybody that we could get to their field. HTK, Sean came from Creekside down to my field this last week. Me and his son Brecken walked the field. Awesome 2 dudes. Awesome dude, awesome kid. I'm not really sure how old Brecken is, but anyway, shout out to both of them. But either way, it was an awesome experience. We walked the entire field. I showed them all of our bunkers. I walked them through the honeycomb patches, and they loved it. And they were like, "Wow, this is awesome." And it's like, I want to get up to your field. The only downside to their field that I have is they have games on Sundays. And I would rather be in church than playing airsoft, which obviously you see right now that I'm not in church, but it's because my wife took the car seat. And my son's been sick, and he's doing breathing treatments this past 2 weeks. But anyway, I want to get up to their field. Okay, them 2 come down to my field. Now I got to get up to their field. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I have to get up to that field because they come down and they showed local support down here. They drove, I don't know how far they drove from Stylesville to Lagodi yesterday just to play on a field that they've seen posted. They've seen pictures posted. They asked me what I thought of the field, and I looked at them and said, it's a must-play field. You got to play it, especially if you're in Indiana. If you're in Indiana, you need to be playing at HTK. You need to be playing at Creekside. You need to be playing at Boneyard. You need to be playing at Mission 12. You need to be playing at Spec Ops. You need to be playing at Joker Circus. You need to be playing at Mutual Combat. You need to be playing at Milroy. You need to be playing at Sherwood, up in LaPorte. You need to be playing. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. But if you're in Indiana, before you go out of the state to support an out-of-state field, you need to be playing fields in your state. You need to be touching base with every field. With the number of fields we have, Butler, you need to be playing at Butler. You need to be getting your butt up to Butler and helping them boys get that field in check. That way they can get going. Them dudes are about to put an actual plane on their field. A plane. Like literally an actual decommissioned aircraft on their field. If they can get approval, they're going to do it. That's mind blowing. I would give anything to be able to drop a plane on my field. That is some new wave shit. That is straight up. Okay, and like I said, apologize for my language, but I'm excited and I'm amped up right now. But this is the way it is, man. If you're in Indiana, we have a number of fields that you can hit every field in Indiana in 2020. And that's my goal. That's my shout out. That's my challenge to you. If you're viewing this video and you're a part of the Indiana Airsoft community, get out to your fields. Get out to your Indiana fields before you pay $50, $60, $100 to go to Virginia, to go to Missouri, to go to Joliet Prison, to go to, don't get me wrong, them are awesome ops. Okay? And they're well worth the money, but go pay $10, go pay $15 to go to your local field. Put gas in your truck, gas in your car, carpool, go to a local field and show support. Before you order stuff off of a major retailer online, get a hold of HTK, get a hold of me, get a hold of Spec Ops, get a hold of, I don't know who all we have in Indiana that does retailing for Airsoft. That's my bad. I don't know what fields actually offer retail locations or actually offer places where you can order. That's completely on me, and I'm completely sorry about that. But I do know the fields. I don't want to sit here and tell you to go to Mutual Combat if Mutual Combat doesn't offer retail. I don't want to. I know. Ooh, Hi-Fi Resupply. They're in Bedford. They're right here next to me, and I'm throwing them a shout out. You know, if I ain't got it, get a hold of them. Get a hold of Casey and Andrew Deere. Okay, if I don't have it and they don't have it, then get a hold of HTK, get a hold of Spec Ops. You know, I'm sure one of us is going to have what you need, or one of us is going to be able to get what you need. Okay, but that's the thing, man. In 2020, I know there are people that are going to go out of the state to play. There are people that are going to play big money to play at weekend operations, and that is completely fine, and that is completely cool, and I'm all for that. But you know what? In that downtime, in that time between those ops, go play at a field. Go play at a local field. You know, get a hold of HTK. Find out when they're running a game. Get on their page. You need to be following every page here in Indiana that is linked to a field or a team. You need to be following. Okay, Birds of Prey. Let me throw this out there. Birds of Prey. They have a school in Milroy, Indiana. A school in Milroy, Indiana. A school, people. A school. A decommissioned school. Okay? Sherwood Forest. I haven't been able to get there this last year in 2019 because I was putting so much into my own field, but I'm going to go to Sherwood Forest this year. I'm gonna roll up with I think it's OH. Yeah, I'm gonna roll up with OHS. I'm gonna roll up with OHS. Okay, with John, with Noah, with Brooks, I'm gonna roll up there with them. Okay, because I've never done a MilSim event. I don't even know if I can't even Pandora's Box. Okay, and I'm gonna go up there because here's what I do know here in Indiana: Sherwood is a field you have to play. It's a must-play field. But the thing about it is that's not the only must-play field in Indiana. If you live in Indiana, every damn field in Indiana is a must-play field. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You need to support your local community. Now, with that being said, it starts with me. It starts with HTK. It starts with Sean. It starts with Spec Ops. It starts with Boneyard. It starts with Mutual Combat. It starts with Birds of Prey. Okay? Us field owners, us event coordinators, we have to get on the same effing page. Okay? We have to get on the same page. Because me and HTK right now are working coincidingly together. I didn't run a game yesterday. I didn't run a game because I knew they were running a game. Last weekend, they didn't run a game because they knew I was running a game. So we basically funneled every player we could locally into these two games. Okay? We funneled. It's a funnel system. Every league, every field owner, we should open up an airsoft league with different field owners, where each field has their own team put together for a league. Boom, that's an idea. Somebody write that down. Anyway, field owners, we're up here at the top of the funnel. We we are supported by players. We have an obligation to the players here in Indiana. We have an obligation, it don't matter, nationwide. As a field owner, you and an event coordinator, you have an obligation to give your players the best possible experience, the best gaming experience, the best playing experience. That is our obligation if we want support from our local community. That is our obligation. As retailers, we are here to offer our community the best products for the best prices. Okay? That's what we are here to do. That is our obligation. And if we can't bitch as a field owner and a retailer if people aren't coming to us to buy stuff, if we are not offering the best prices and the best quality of products. Okay? I've got people that are contacting me. Hey, could you put our products on your shelf? Yeah, I will. If you send me stuff. If you send me stuff, if you send me something and I give it to one of the players on my field and I go out there and I look at them and say, now you roughed this up. You played your fullest with this piece of equipment. And I want your full honest opinion. Because if it ain't quality, if it doesn't meet the standards, if it doesn't meet the abuse, then I'm not hosting it in my store. I'm not, and that's what I tell people when they message me. Hey, would you do this? Hey, would you? No. If your stuff doesn't, if your stuff doesn't meet the quality of the players that the quality of the players need, I'm not putting it in my store just to make a few bucks. I'm not doing it. Okay? And as a retailer, if there's something you need, you can ask anybody that's bought anything off me. If there's something you need and I don't retail it, give me a week and I will retail it. That way you can get the best price. Okay? That way you can get the best price and the best deal. And I'll do you the best price and the best deal I can do. All right? Now, it's just the way it is. As a field owner, that is my obligation to you as a player. That is my obligation. My obligation is to give you as a player the best possible playing experience I can give you. And if I'm not delivering that, best experience, dude, I am failing you as a community. I'm failing the community. I'm failing you as a field owner. Okay? And I didn't do this last night. I didn't do this video last night because I wanted to say or whatever, woo-saw, you know. I wanted to think about how I wanted to address it because I'm going to tell you right now, I know this video is not going to be liked by some people. And if you don't like this video, basically, if this video offends you, then this video is talking to you and this video is about you. Okay? If this video offends you, sorry, not sorry. Because I'm here for the community. I'm not here for you. If this video offends you, I'm not here to support you. I'm here to support the people that hit a like. I'm here to support the people that hit a share. I'm not here to support the people that hit the little angry mean face. I'm not here to support you. Okay? I'm here to support everybody else. I'm here to support everybody that supports me. I'm here to support everybody that supports HTK. I'm here to support everybody that supports Boneyard, that supports Hi-Fi Resupply, that supports Spec Ops, Mutual Combat, Birds of Prey, everybody else. I can't think of them. Oh, I got a mean face. Anyway, that's it, people. As field owners, there is no reason we can't deliver the performance and the quality and the attendance that we did yesterday, okay, at HTK Airsoft in Lagodi. There's no reason we can't do it. Give players an incentive. Okay? Give players... I got people at the gas station looking at me like I am crazy right now. That's it. I'm crazy. Okay? Give people an incentive. All right? Look at everybody. We need a field owner group only. We need a field owner group only. So that way, and this is I'm not trying to spread the community any thinner than what it's spread because we have multiple groups, and I'm going to tell you the reason we have multiple groups. We have multiple groups because of the criticism. We have multiple groups on Facebook because one, Facebook, it appeals to the younger crowd, okay? We have a forums, Indiana, you know what, Tony? Tag the forum. I know you're watching this. I know you're going to watch this, Tony. Tag the forum in the comments. Joker, tag the forum in the comments. It's Indiana Airsoft Community Forum. I'm a member of it. I joined it here a while back when Tony pointed it out to me. I'm a member of it. there's very, very few events posted over there. And I'm going to explain why. And I'm not hating on the forum. I'm not hating on anything, but I'm going to explain why. Nobody goes to the forum because Facebook is easier, okay? Nobody utilizes the forums because Facebook is easier. Facebook is adapted to today's society. So what we need to do, if you're not going to use the forums, we need to get on a centralized network on Facebook. We need to start bringing people on Facebook together. And there's multiple groups, okay? There are multiple groups on Facebook about Indiana Airsoft. There's multiple groups about it. I'm sitting here burning gas. There's multiple groups about Indiana or about Airsoft in Indiana, okay? Now, here's the reason. You have multiple groups because you have cliques. You have cliques of people that don't accept new people, or they don't want to accept the old ways, or they don't want to accept change, they don't want to accept the new ways, or they want to badmouth, bash, have a freaking hissy fit about something. And so that breaks people up into having groups, okay? Into having multiple groups. Now, first off, multiple groups ain't really bad, because then you have different people with different spins on things, different players, different ideas, which guess what? This video can be shared to multiple groups, people. It ain't straight up to this group. It's just started in this group because this group, I think, has the most members and is going to get the more exposure, and it's going to hit every group. I know it's going to hit every group, and I know it's going to strike some nerves. But this video, basically, we have multiple groups, okay? We have multiple groups because people have been offended yes, today's society, people get offended over left Twix, right Twix, okay? People get offended because some people like the right Twix, some people like the left Twix. I'm going to give you a little indication. If you flip the thing over, the left Twix becomes the right Twix. The right Twix becomes the left Twix. Flip it back over, boom, 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 vice versa. Me and my wife have that issue all the time. Anyway, you're going to have that. You're going to have competition. And competition is great. It's great to have competition between DOA, OHS, Birds of Prey, Creekside Assassins, Team Impact. You need to have that competition because that makes players better. You need to have that competition because, yes, it makes people make the fields better. However, okay, if I'm running a game Saturday, every field, Indianapolis down, Kentucky up, should be funneling players to my field. If Boneyard runs an event on Saturday, every field should be funneling players to Boneyard. If Creekside runs a game, everybody close to Creekside, everybody in the Relevance area of Creekside should be funneling players to Creekside. I don't care if they're a free field or they're not, okay? It's about the community, and it gives the community a place to play. And it brings new players in. You don't know how many new players I met yesterday at HTK Airsoft. They'd never played before. They come in, and it was like awesome. It was awesome. Players at Creekside had come down and they played at HTK. They'd never been down there before. And HTK gave them a personal shout out and a personal invite on the picture on my page, on the Mission 12 page. HTK gave them a personal shout out. And then I messaged Sean privately and I said, hey, yo, HTK themselves invited you to their game this weekend. And then he just started boom, boom, boom in different groups. Hey, listen, we're going down here. Hey, listen, we're going down here. We want you to come with us. Meet us at our field. We'll drive down. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Okay? That's it. That's what it's about. Now, understandably, people up in northern Indiana aren't just going to want to drive down 4, 5, or 6 hours to play down here. So when you're Indianapolis North, you need to get on a wavelength. You need to get on a centralized unit. And from Indianapolis North, whoever's having a game, y'all need to be funneling players into that field. Every Saturday, there needs to be a game up in northern Indiana and a game in southern Indiana. And then if somebody is hosting a game at, say, Indy Battlegrounds, or somebody is hosting a game at, say, Spec Ops, right there in Indianapolis, boom, let's funnel everybody to those games. Why should I? And let's take me and HTK. Okay, let's take me and HTK. I'm about 35, 40 minutes from their field. If me and them host a game on Saturday, we're literally ripping apart this local community down here because, oh my God, where do we want to play? Where do we want to play? Okay, well, we're going to go play at HTK because we're closer to HTK. Well, we're going to go play Mission 12 because we're closer to Mission 12. Okay, why not shouldn't I shut down? Yeah, I'm going to make money that day, but I'm going to make more money if I shut down and funnel everybody into HTK, and in the following weekend, I have my game and I host my game, and HTK shuts down and they funnel everybody in my thing. On the business aspect, that's a smart thing to do. I'm going to have twice as much business on the Saturday that HTK doesn't open up, and HTK helps funnel people to me, and Bloomington Boneyard funnels people to me and everything like that. I'm going to have more business on that day than I'm going to have on a regular day that I'm running an event on a field with another group locally running a game. Boom. It's logic, people. It's logic. Okay? So let me see how long I've gone here. This is a 36-minute video. Okay, moral of the video is if field owners and event coordinators and retailers in Indiana need to get on the same page, not because of us, but because of the community. Because the community supports us, okay? So we have an obligation to give the Indiana players and the Indiana community the best possible playing experience out there. If you want people to put down the Xbox and the PS4 controllers, you got to give them the best experience. Okay? If you want new kids coming out and playing, you got to give them the best experience. You got to mentor those new players, whether they're 13, 14 years old or whether they're up in 20, 30, 40 years old. Doesn't matter. You got to mentor those players. You got to make sure those players, when they come to your field, they have a VIP experience. Okay? VIP experience. Because the idea is to have them coming back. Exactly. Do it for the players. Okay? Hashtag do it for the players. Hashtag Unite Indiana Airsoft. Or Unite Airsoft Indiana. Hashtag those two. Make those two things. It's in my thing. Make those two hashtags trend. I want to see these things trending. Okay? So, with that being said, guys, I got to go in here. I got to get something to drink. I got to head back to the house. But, first and foremost, to all of the players in Indiana, all the players nationwide, if you want to share this in other groups, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to host a field and to have you step on my field. Thank you for that opportunity. Because without you guys as the community, I wouldn't be crap. I censored out that one, didn't I? I censored out the one that didn't have a lot of... Anyway, thank you. Thank you for following me. Thank you for supporting me. Now, I also thank you for supporting HTK, Boneyard, Joker, Spec Ops, Mutual Combat, Birds of Prey, Creekside Airsoft, James's Field in Bloomington, MIR. I can't think of anybody else. I can't think of any other fields. Thank you. Okay, thank you. And before you go tapping it in online, and before you go buying something online, get a hold of Hi-Fi Resupply. Get a hold of Spec Ops. Get a hold of HTK. Get a hold of me, Mission 12. I think Birds of Prey may also sell stuff too. I'm not sure. But get a hold of Birds of Prey and see what they can do for you. And if they can't do anything for you, I'm sure they know somebody up in the northern part of the state that can hook you up. Rather than go online, order something, and wait weeks to get it. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, I've got connections with, for example, with G&G. If you go to EVEC, Red Wolf, whatever, and it says that it's out of stock, I'm going to tell you right now, I have ordered things from G&G straight through my sales rep that has said it's out of stock, and I've got it here within 2 to 3 days. It may show out of stock, but it's because it is what it is, and as a direct rep and a direct sales connection to G&G, I can get stuff that says it's out of stock. Boom. Mind blown. Yeah, that was a truth bomb right there. I'll PM you, Rick. Hey, all right. See, there you go. Birds of Prey. Boom. Hey, man, for some reason, I can't tag you guys in my videos. It won't let me bring up your page. I don't know why. I'm friends with you guys. I like your page, but it just won't let me actually tag you guys. Anyway, with that being said, guys, myself representing all the field owners, all the event coordinators, and all the retailers in Indiana, I thank you. We thank you, because without you supporting us, we wouldn't be here, okay? But with that being said, to every field owner, to every retailer, to every event coordinator in Indiana, get your shit together, okay? Because it ain't about us. It ain't about us. It's about those thousands. It's about the thousands of members. It's about the hundreds of members that are in each one of these groups here in Indiana. And for those that are close to Butler, and for those that have field owners, and those that have teams, get with me, and I'm going to get with Chris Grogg, and we need to go up, and we need to get that Butler field popping. We need to get it in check. That way those boys can host games this year. Okay? So like I said, if this video offended you, if this live feed offended you, sorry, not sorry, because it ain't about you. Actually, no, technically it is about you. If it offends you, this video is about you. So you know what? Step it up. Step it up. Step it up for the community. Okay? There should be no reason that our community is lacking. We have enough fields. We have enough players. Step it up. 2020. Get shit in check. Peace out. Love you guys. Share the crap out of this video. Like all of those pages. Go to every one of these pages that I tagged and like those pages. Contact those field owners and see what's popping. God bless.